Good morning. Today, Monday, 7th December 2015. Paper highlights read by Christina Arulselvam. You're listening to AthavanNews.com. First, let's look at the paper highlights from today's newspaper, Daily Mirror. Main headline says from Daily Mirror, SL is committed to world peace. President Maithripala Sirisena said Sri Lanka is committed to world peace. He expressed these views when he met a group of representatives of the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Monitoring Organization at the President's official residence on Saturday. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, MR has only 120 personnel as personal security spokesman. Says MR life in danger due to release of hardcore editors. While claiming that 500 soldiers had not been assigned for former President Mahinda Rajapaksa at all as reported, his spokesman said that Mr. Rajapaksa was in need for more military personnel for his security as his life was in danger. More news highlight from Daily Mirror, land laws strictly implemented on more roads. Police said yesterday that the land law regulation which was already in effect in Colombo would be strictly implemented along Maudha Lokamavada Duplication Road and High Level Road from Nugegoda to Colombo from today. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, Egnaligoda case. Court burns demonstrations. The Homagama Magistrate Court yesterday banned any demonstration outside the court premises on behalf of the three suspects charged with the abduction, journalist Pragit Egnaligoda. Acting Homagama Magistrate Priyanka Madhuma Patapendi issued an order beginning protest and unlawful assembly outside the court premises by any group who served the suspect in the Egnaligoda case are in court today. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, Lankan women's execution postponed. The Saudi Arabian government had decided to postpone the execution of Sri Lankan women until such time the appeal made by Sri Lankan government is considered. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, JHU pledged to stay with government till 2020. Megapoils and Western Development Minister Patli Champika Ranawaka yesterday arrived at the Jatika Hela Urumaya supported which was extended to President Maithripala Sirisena and the current coalition government would continue until 2020 even if the government had to face problems in the future. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, minor flood situation remains. A minor flood situation remained in several parts of the country. Sluice gates of almost all major reservoirs opened after the water levels reached spill level. Accordingly, gates of Kalaweva, Rajangada, Akabuwa, Nuwaraweva, Nochiduwa and Tissaweva in Anuradhapura, Senanayaka Samudra and Parakrama Samudra in Polonnaruwa, Tabbova, Deduru Oya in Kurunagala and the other reservoirs opened. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, Dayasiri and Akila have ironed out their differences. Minister Dayasiri Jayasekara and Akila Biraj Karyavasam were in loggerheads with each other since the day they were in the United National Party and irons out their differences, political sources said. Now let's move to the paper highlights from today's newspaper, Daily News. Main headline says from Daily News, Tajuddin's family to go before NPC. Former rugby player Wasim Tajuddin family will go before the National Police Commission seeking action against the police officer who made a false report dubbing the rugby player death as an accident. A source close to Tajuddin's family said their lawyers would meet NPC members this week to discuss the matter. The family will lodge complaints against the former OIC of the Narayanpeta police station and several senior police officers who handle investigations. Another news highlight from Daily News, Lankan Hospital share transaction. Two top businessmen, ex-state official in hot water. Two high-profile businessmen and former senior state official are now in hot water as the Police Financial Crime Investigation Division has concluded the initial investigation to the large-scale financial fraud alleged to have taken place at Lanka Hospital. We have forwarded our findings to the Attorney General's Department. Our future course of action will be based on the recommendations of the Attorney General. The suspect will be arrested and prosecuted after the instruction from the Attorney General's Department, an authoritative police sources told Daily News yesterday. Overhaul of outdated acts of facilitated budget relief measures, another Daily News highlight says. The government has decided to revise 13 outdated acts to facilitate the relief measures postponed in the budget. Finance Minister Secretary Dr. H.R.S. Samaratunga said the purpose of this move is to remove the technical errors and administrative difficulties arising due to the restriction in these acts are thereby immediately provide the relief measures postponed the budget. Another news highlight from Daily News. Foreign investors may get 500 acres on lease in Sri Lanka. Ravi. The Sri Lankan government is willing to allow leasing and land to a foreign investor up to a maximum of 500 acres and relax the criteria in respect of projects which are labor-intensive with the focus on job creation, Foreign Minister Ravi Karunanayake said. Another news highlight from Daily News. Navy search operation to recover 6 bodies. The Sri Lanka Navy has deployed 2 naval boats to conduct the search operation in the Trincomalee Sea to ascertain whether there are floating bodies, Navy spokesman Captain Akram Alvi said. The Trincomalee police were informed by fishermen that 6 bodies were seen floating 200 nautical miles off the Trincomalee coast. The Navy can launch the search operation by deploying 2 boats together with a special crew in the area, the Navy spokesman said. Now let's move to the paper highlights from today's newspaper Ceylon Today. Main headline says from Ceylon Today, all set for Tajuddin's killer arrested. After long delay, the Criminal Investigation Department now poised to make immediate arrest of those who travel in the vehicle in which the carried body, the robbery at Wasim Tajuddin, was found after being dumped there by his killers, according to the latest JMO's report submitted in court. Another news highlight from Ceylon Today, Central Bank bond issue. COP will publish full report. Chief Opposition Whip and Janata Vimukti Peramuna leader Arunakumara Dissanayake said that the Committee on Public Enterprises will investigate the controversial Central Bank bond issue and publish the report irrespective of who is found guilty. Disanayake's comment came at the discussion with several local business at which he was asked what would be done about the controversial CB bond issue. Another news highlight from Ceylon Today, President sings at BMICH. President Maithripala Sirisena on the 88th birthday of veteran artist W.D. Amaradeva sang a duet with the internationally recognized musician last weekend at Bandaranayake Memorial International Conference Hall. Another news highlight from Ceylon Today, private bus owners to go before HRC. The Lanka Private Bus Owners Association is to file a complaint with the Human Rights Commission of the Sri Lanka against the manner in which the police are implementing land laws. Another news highlight from Ceylon Today, sleeve of probes against him, Gota Slim's political witch hunt. Investigation into the floating Amoris have become a hindrance to former Secretary of Defense Gotabaya Rajapaksa. We brought you the paper highlights from today's newspaper. We will bring you more tomorrow. Thank you.